everybody? What's up, YouTube? Welcome to episode 327 of the Confidence in the Klutch podcast. With Donald Nelson on the Confidence in the Klutch network. We still rolling. I know it's dry time in the summer, but guess what? That's why we just don't focus on sports, baby. I'm always trying to give you content, something to think about from my perspective. We know what it is. News is, pop culture is, sports is, lifestyle, religion, politics, all that shit, man. Y'all listen to me because you want to give my take on it. So it is what it is. I know it's mad saturation, mad podcasts, mad shows. So I appreciate everyone, all my watchers on YouTube, my day ones, my listens on the podcast, and an extra special shout out to everybody that watches and or listens, yo. It is what it is. Ain't no streaming farms. If it was, player be paid, man, if it was a streaming farm. Even though I could pay somebody to make a streaming farm to get to my monetization on YouTube and then all that. And it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Play the game like everybody else do. Natural, organic, baby, that's how I like it. We ready? Let's roll. NBA. First, we want to start out with wishing Bronny James nothing but thoughts and prayers and full recovery, and thankful that the staff there handled everything they should. It's a university medical staff and training staff and coaching staff that knows what to do and what to look out for. And, you know, I'm just glad the brother's all right now from his cardiac arrest that he suffered at USC and is out of ICU. All I'm saying is, man, run all them damn tests, which he already had because I'm sure of his dad and his profile, athleticism that we want to watch the kids. Because just because you a super athlete doesn't mean the children are going to have that in them like that with all the same DNA makeup. So just run all them tests, y'all, Brian and Savannah, which I know y'all will, man. Thoughts out to Bronny. When you get back, G. You will be back. They had another player on their team like a few years ago on that USC team that had a cardiac arrest. So that's kind of odd. So I wonder if it has anything with circulation in their training facility building. I don't know, but just look at all that shit. Look at the circulation. Look at the floor. Make sure the wood is still good. Whatever it is, just make sure are the balls inflated too much. I don't know. Whatever it is, now you had two cats and they had cardiac arrest up in the USC facilities. That's what I want y'all to look at as well. USC. All right. Thoughts and prayers, man. Young buck, you'll be all right. Jalen Brown signs a 5-year, $304 million. If I'm not mistaken, at the end of this contract, he will be the highest paid player in the league per annual basis. $51 million in year one, $69 million in year 5, which is like, what is that, 80, 28, 29? No trade clause because it's an extension for the 26-year-old and it wasn't a straight out free agent signing. Shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all you can say. Shit. Congratulations, Jalen. Shit. But the problem is Tatum shit is up next year with an extension for the 25-year-old. Jalen 26. So shit, y'all got this. Is this the last year they together, right? So, yeah, they got to win it this year because there's no way in hell they can pay two players $600 million. No way in fucking hell. Jesus. So that's why you don't look for Giannis to sign no extension. Hell no. Y'all gonna give Giannis a 5-year extension worth? Hell no. We can't even support that shit in Milwaukee. So, but no, Giannis got to hit the open market because them big boys gonna be willing to spend on them, and the Milwaukee gonna have to match that shit. I don't even. Can we give? I don't know. I gotta do some research. I don't know if we can give Giannis that type of deal, man. I mean, we can, but we can't get nobody else. Like they said, this Tatum and Brown deal, they gonna do that shit for like a year. They can't pay that money. All right. Oh, my Lord. The story that keeps on giving. Oh, I started off last pod talking about Carlee Russell, right? And I was saying, what if the sister was telling the truth? Then what, y'all? We making all these memes, talking all this shit. You got podcasters. Yeah. You got podcasters talking about it and shit, like, you know what I mean? Because it's a sister, right? So we want to make sure we understand that something happened. We're going to talk about it. Put the message out there. Somebody might hear. Okay. She made it up, right? I don't think she should not be criminally charged. She should not be criminally charged. She should be fined, though, for sure. She shouldn't have to pay for the police and the man hours lost because the police did their fucking job, right? And now, here's the thing. What we don't want to get a police, which I don't hear nobody saying, if the story was true, they probably would have found her ass. All the shit they was putting into it. The story just didn't make sense. They didn't know where to fucking look. You know what I mean? They didn't know where to look. Everything was left in one. But once they started knowing and researching, they figure out where to look. Shit. My biggest thing with this Carlee Russell shit is we got to worry about copycats now. White, black, yellow, brown, indifferent or other, we got to worry about copycats. That would be an issue because we, the people that want to find missing women, missing man, missing children, white, black, yellow, red, indifferent in between, won't recognize the real from the fake when it comes to us looking for our women right now. Let's focus on the women and staying on the ass of law enforcement. Let's focus on black women and staying on the ass of law enforcement to stay diligent in what the fuck they got to do because we are going to have copycats. I believe you can't force a motherfucker to do anything, but she has to say something. Now she hired a lawyer. Why are we hiring a lawyer? Because only thing you're going to get, obstruction of justice? Absolutely. I'm not Dr. Umar Johnson that be like, she shouldn't have to do nothing but apologize. Fuck all that. Obstruction of justice is a fair charge with a fine. Because let me do anything wrong as a black man, I'm getting obstruction of justice. Fuck all that. We doing fair and equal. You know what I mean? We want our women to be equal in the society. That mean they got to get equal motherfucking discipline as well. You know what I mean? They got to get equal ran over the coals as well. Ain't no protect the women. When the women do shit like this, we still supposed to protect her? Nah, she got to face the music. Now I'm saying she can't go to jail, but man, I don't like this, and we're going to get into that later. I don't like this whole picking and choosing when you can disrespect a woman, picking and choosing when you can disrespect a male. How about don't disrespect nobody and respect everybody for who they are, what they are? But yeah, obstruction of justice is what I'm saying with her. Let me know in the comments, y'all. Moving on, because this shit get me a little bit upset because we already know how it goes around the board. Let's talk about Drake. Now, hip-hop media was in their chest. I don't like to say that when it talks to man, but we're going to say hip-hop media was upset about Drake doing a couple interviews without traditional hip-hop media outlets, I would say. Bobbi Althoff was one of them. The hate is crazy. To me, it was a genius move for her to be able to get Drake, first of all. How the fuck she get Drake? That's just when she's a hell of a influencer on TikTok as far as followers and shit. But she's interviewing not only Drake, she's interviewing Armani White, another cat. She's coming out with a Yachty interview. So clearly she's tied in with somebody that's getting her these interviews. But she's interviewing men in the culture. So is it safe to say that she is in the hip-hop media because she's interviewing hip-hop artists? So when they look for the interview, if you put it in the search engine, she's the interview, is her podcast. Wouldn't it be a hip-hop podcast right now? Because that's all she is interviewing at this time is hip-hop cats. So what is wrong with that then for Bobbi? Y'all tell me what's wrong with that. What's wrong with that? Why, black people? Because this little white girl. We got to get past this shit, man. Like, hip-hop is a universal music. Right? It's for everybody. Why? She's not from the culture because she's not black? I don't get that shit either. The interviews are funny. First of all, they're not your traditional interview. She's funny as hell. Her mannerism, the way she shifted her eyes, the way she held her lips, it should be funny. And Drake had a good ass time. Drake had a good ass time, and he had another drink. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just the rigid shit. It was just regular. You know what I'm saying? I know the hip hop media is mad, but the shit is dry humor. And Drake is good with that shit. He good with the dry humor. It was down there trolling. Like, you know what I mean? He do the shit what he wanted to do. Like, it was funny as fuck. It's a certain type of humor now. But the whole video was funny as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I didn't stop. I sat there, pushed play like, oh shit. Maybe that's me. Maybe I got dry humor. Maybe I'm whatever. That's some shit that you may not like. But to me, the shit was good. It was funny. We got to see a totally different Drake. His non-serious side and all that shit. Yo, I'm gonna keep this shit all the way real. Motherfuckers mad because they couldn't get Drake like that and do an interview. That's what it is. That's what it is. Like my man Elliot Wilson hated and said it didn't look good, and he's doing it with outsiders of the culture. But like I said, if she's interviewing all hip hop black men, I'm just trying to say she's part of the culture. Drake is not just hip hop Elliot though. He's pop. So he's gonna do interviews with and podcasts with non-traditional hip hop media. We just can't hold him to himself. Ooh, Drake. We can't. Elliot understand that shit, man. Excuse me, Rap Raider, Drake did, you know what I mean? Remember that? Little Yachty interview Drake did. You know what I mean? Sneak peek interview with Yachty for Bobby shit was funny as fuck. You know what I mean? He was saying little shit. So they messing with her like, stop it. You know what I mean? She was like, I wouldn't say that. What's up, my nigga? Like, I wouldn't say that. Don't, for the record, I wouldn't say that. That shit funny, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's all good. It's all good craft. Craft is craft. All right. Barbie movie thoughts. Went to go see the Barbie movie, right? It was a good movie. Like, just to sit down for 2 hours, I was entertained. It was a good movie, right? First thing is first, it wasn't for children, though. So everybody that had their children there, and the movie is PG motherfucking 13. It was not a children's movie. Not for children. So if parents didn't check the rating, that's on them. So the children got a little bored and antsy and shit like that. It was a lot of shit that was over adults' heads. I was up in there laughing like a motherfucker. I was next to this guy and shit. I was laughing. He was laughing at some of the shit too. It was funny. The patriarchy versus the matriarchy shit and the shit they were saying, that was dry humor too. I just like dry humor. The shit is funny to me. You know what I mean? Some of the shit is funny. Shit that ain't funny to other people is just funny to me. So it's just funny to me. But just the messages that was brought out through the movie, like identifying your knowledge of self and who you are, accept those with differences. You know what I mean? When they went to the other Barbies and shit, like see the world through others' eyes once you see it from your side. Then they flip to the real world. And then Ken got to see it through the eyes of other men. He like, shit, I want to see it this way because over here we not as empowered. Just that whole flipping it around, put it in the mirror shit, opening up the door to see what the fuck is going on and trying to apply that to your life. And the struggle with trying to gain power, control, and understanding, man, it's a good fucking movie. That shit is in the movie, y'all. That's in the movie. You know what I mean? Exist in what you have or change for the better. Like, listen. Exist in what you have or change for the better. That's a self-control thing. Like, I mean, the stepping out, that faith shit, man, listen. Make your own decisions and take a risk. Take a risk, do what you got to do. Invest in yourself like I invested in this studio, in my network and everything I'm trying to do. All good things for young girls to learn or be aware of. I would say young boys need to go see the movie. They got Ken up in there. They ain't just Barbie. Shit, I had Kens when I was young. I used to play with my cousin Renell. What up, baby? My pops just got mad. He playing with Barbies. No, motherfucker, we got Kens. She got the Barbies. I got my G.I. Joe. I got Transformers. We got all the toys, like Toy Story, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? All the toys played together. Me and my cousin played together with the toys. Shit. But I had Ken, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? She had the Barbie. I had Ken. Shit. You know what I mean? The fucked up thing about the movie, though, is when Barbie came back, to trick Ken and them into doing what she wanted, they didn't give the man true autonomy after understanding all the shit that the man felt. So that shit was a nice ass message that was sent through. They gave him only a little bit. But y'all got to keep on fighting. Which mirrors true society with the whole women's movement and feminism and all that shit and all that. Was this a feminist movie? I guess so. You can say it. You can say it. Yeah. Feminist movie. When I say feminist, I think of racism. So I don't even, because the women's movement came out of the women getting mad that the male slaves got to vote and shit before them and was able to do things and make money, and they couldn't do shit while they had to watch master have sex with the slaves and had these children running through the house and whatever and all that shit. And yeah, so I don't really ain't part of the feminist movement. I used to think I was a feminist and shit because I was a girls basketball coach and shit. Hell no, that feminist didn't even want black women to speak. So at they shit. So no, I ain't rolling with that shit. Was it a feminist movie? Let me know in the comments. How about that? I said yes. Maybe not. All right, y'all. Let's move on, get into these quick ones. Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe. PSG Ford is offered a $1 billion package to go to Saudi Arabia team. That's a hard fucking no, right? You can't live the way you want to over there. You can't do the shit that you was doing in Paris over there. Now, I say a hard no, but that's before I took a look at the whole deal, right? His club, Paris Saint-Germain, will receive $300+ million in a transfer fee, and Mbappe will earn $776 million. $776 million salary for one fucking year, because he got 1 year left on his contract at PSG. And he talking about he want to go to Real Madrid in Spain. He has 1 year left. And then he can go to Real Madrid. Man, shit. For 1 year? Shit, I changed my mind. Sign me up, coach. I'm going. Fuck, I'll wear the turban and whatever I got to wear on my head and shit. Follow the laws of the land. Not raising my voice and all that shit. Hey, man, wherever I'm staying at, I got it in my house. I'm going to have to make some y'all got to make some concessions with me. I like to do this. I like to do that. What can I do? Where can I do it at? And you just control. Now, it ain't going to be the best league to go with, but it's you in the prime of your career. But for $776 fucking million, G, hell yeah. Like, you ain't selling your soul and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit, Ronaldo went. They wanted Messi. Messi said, nah, because it's a lifestyle thing too, though. You know? Mbappe is expected to go to Real Madrid after the season's completed. If they, you know what I'm saying, on the transfer fee. So, shit, and for PSG, like, shit, hell yeah, take your ass over there for $300+ million. What's that, $334 million and just to say go ahead, cuz a year, man. Shit. That's a win-win for everybody involved. Shit. No, these whatever these Saudi Arabia teams, they're never gonna let them get an NBA team. But just wait till the Vegas team come up and the Seattle team come up and they call about $5 billion, right? $5 billion, $6 billion. They gonna come with the 10. You think the league gonna tell them no for the 10 billion? Hell, $10 billion. You think the owner's gonna be like, dog, we all making, man, what the fuck are y'all talking about, man? We making $10 billion? Watch. Yo, I don't know what's up with Malika. I was riding with Malika for a long time, but yo, Malika, the WNBA, the players and the league is not slavery for the players, Malika. Can't say that. I know it's an old thing and it's just being rehashed right now, but the players in WA are not oppressed, and Draymond has his right because, you know, the NBA players support him. We support the WNBA. We support the NBA over Konfidence in the club. This is a basketball podcast that I touch on other things. That's why I start with NBA, WNBA shit every time now and Flipped It Up made sure that people come here for what they come here. Allyship speaks up about issues, Malika. Draymond did and does, Malika. Allyship puts their money where their mouth is. What's her name? Malika. Kyrie did during the pandemic, Malika. Ownership is key. D Wade is on his way, Malika. He's part owner of the Chicago side now, Malika. Yo, ESPN, Dave Roberts and all the motherfuckers, whoever the fuck over there. She's upsetting many of us, the black man, the brothers, man. Because she keep on doing this shit. She keep on talking bad about black man. And she keep on talking crazy, man. They need to figure it out. I don't call for nobody's job, but if y'all kept her, but y'all ain't keep Jalen, shit, y'all kept her. Y'all like she doing more foul shit than Rachel Nichols. Rachel Nichols was talking to her friend in the comfort of her room, talking about diversity is cool, but they can't take my shit away for diversity. Man, I don't know who ain't gonna say that shit. You know what I mean? I don't know. And we got Black Lives Matter on the court and shit. Like, man, listen, man, get rid of Malika, give Jalen that show, because he earned that motherfucker. He could run that shit. He had his own podcast. Richard Jefferson do a great job when he's hosting. You know what I mean? Chine does a great job when she's hosting. You know, because Malika caused too much problems, fam. I mean, this has been a really bad year for her, starting with the whole Ime shit. Oppressed. Fucking laughable, nigga. Come on. You get paid. The players get paid to play a child's game. If the WNBA players are oppressed, blame it on the union that signs the deal instead of striking. Strike then. Fuck it. We ain't playing until we get more money. Right? We ain't playing that shit. NBA players have done it. Strike. Not outsiders that are all allies that do not have the players' power, right? That's not, we don't have the power of the players. The outsiders, we don't have that. So, and we're allies. We don't have the powers that the players do that can say, fuck that, we done. Y'all gonna have to fix all this shit right now, else we ain't playing. We just gotta do what we gotta do. But remember, the biggest faction of the union is the ones that don't have that and they can't afford to be out on the streets. So you ask people to commit to some shit that's gonna be super tough. Nas, Hit Boy on production. Magic 2. Once again, production is different. 50 should have kept that fucking verse. The more and more I listen to it, jump, bump them, like all that shit cool. But 50 could have kept that verse. For real. And now that I listen to it again, Magic 1 is better. Cause that shit was fire. Overall series now, I'm switching it up and going back to King's Disease. I changed my mind. It's still good craft. I'm not saying anything. I just like that, my preference. You know what's the good shit about all this shit? That we can compare. 5 albums in 3 years says it all. Peace, King. That's it. Let me know, y'all. Hit me in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Agree to disagree. Keep the conversation going. Stay safe out here. Get your confidence together. Get your clutch together. Support your own American-born African with mass appeal. Listen to it. Follow the network on various platforms. ConfidenceInTheClutch.podbean.com. Wherever you listen to your podcast, search Confidence in the Clutch. Follow, share, rate, and review is important. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at KITK. Visit us on Facebook at Confidence in the Clutch. What's going to happen is, if that thread shit, because, it ain't going to be Twitter no more. It's going to be X, right? If everybody's be like, fuck it, we gone. Now the thread's got everything that people need, and we already tied in with the Facebook and the Meta shit, it's going to make sense to be on one thing. And the threads will be the first social media that I get back out here. Twitter was cool in the beginning till I got in trouble. Instagram, I really ain't posting pictures and all that shit. Facebook, that shit was whack. So I'll do the thread shit because I didn't do none of that shit. I'm not a social media guy. I don't even have a TikTok, but we're straight, man. Yo, man, weekly. Donald Nelson, DNel, Dizzo, Deezy, Deezos, Don P, Don D, Donrilla, host, Confidence in the Clutch, podcast with Donald Nelson, a Confidence in the Clutch podcast about sports, entertainment, music, culture, religion, politics, and society. I was talking to Kels about this, love affair discussion, but we had a nice conversation about what it was, and now I got a better understanding of what it is. We just waiting for our TV shows. Have a safe and healthy night, y'all. You listen during daytime, credit great day on purpose, man. We out. Peace. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3, in the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence.
4, 5, 6.
In the clutch.
Confidence.